If you're training 3 to 4 times per week and you still can't see your abs, this video is for you. You're training consistently, you're hitting the gym, you're putting in the effort and you still can't see your abs, and that is so frustrating, not seeing them after all the work that you're putting in. And you're probably thinking, do I need to do thousands of crunches? Is it a 10-minute ab workout? One of these ab circuits or ab burners that I'm missing out on? Could be genetics potentially, you're thinking, and the answer is a lot more simple than you think. There's a couple of things that really matter when you're training abs, and in this video I'm going to break down what those are so you can finally see your abs. I'm Alan and I've helped several men like you who are frustrated. Despite training consistently, they still couldn't get lean, get into the best shape of their life and get their confidence back. And if you want to achieve the same, I've got a free guide in the description of this video. It goes through the common fat loss mistakes that people make and also the mistakes that people make after the diet where they regain the weight. So it's in the description there below. And it covers everything you need to finally get lean. So what is the function of the abs? The abs aren't there solely for crunching. They round your spine, tuck your pelvis, stop your lower back from arching, and stop your body twisting or bending when you don't want to. So you do need to do a couple of bits other than just crunches at the end of a workout to effectively grow them. How do you actually train your abs? Your abs are just like any other muscle, so you just need to treat them the exact same like you would your biceps or your chest. Same principles apply. When you go in, progressive overload, so you want to try and add weight or reps to the movement week on week. I find with ab exercises, I like to use weighted ones purely because I can keep loading them with body weight stuff. Eventually you can get to a point where you're doing 50, 60 plus reps and it just drags on the session for way too long. And that's really it. You don't need like 10-minute ab workouts. You don't need these crazy high rep circuits. Just progressively overload them and they will grow. What are some exercises you could use for this? Two of my favorites. I like to use a machine ab crunch. So with a machine ab crunch, that'll get your flexion of the abs, but it will allow you to overload the movement. So you can just add weight progressively week on week, increase your reps and increase your weight. Another good one for the lengthened position is a decline ab crunch, which is very good using your body weight and these. And what you can do as you start to progress them is just hold a dumbbell or a weight, kettlebell, whatever it is, in your hand and gradually load them up that way. Another thing you could do for the lengthened position is hanging leg raises and just making sure that you're not just coming up with the knees and just working your hip flexors. Really think of like tucking your pelvis and trying to point your ass to the wall in front of you. But the thing with leg raises is sometimes people find they just don't have the grip strength. So they're performing the exercise while their grip is going and it just takes away from the movement. So yeah, machine crunches and decline ab crunches to get you started. And then if you wanted to put in some rotational work, which isn't necessarily for those six-pack muscles, but it's good to strengthen this part of your abs as well, you could do some cable rotations as well. And then there is a bit of genetics at play with abs. So like you'll notice from seeing people online, some people have like these crazy defined 8-packs and all the ab muscles are perfectly aligned. Other people, the most they can get is a 6-pack. They just don't have the insertions for an 8-pack. You've got some people who can only have 4-packs. So what your abs will look like is genetic as well, but you can still just maximize what you've got there too. So don't be too concerned if you see someone with like an absolutely chiseled 8-pack. They just got lucky with their genetics. Some people's abs are more lined up, some people's are not. So that's just the way it is with genetics, unfortunately. And if you're enjoying this video, drop me a follow on Instagram at Alan Quigley Coaching, and the free guide is in the description below, basically going over the common fat loss mistakes that people make, along with a bonus section on what to do after the diet so you don't regain all the weight as well. And then the last thing is you need to get lean enough to see your abs. If you are at a high body fat percentage, you just won't see your abs. Now, training your abs consistently can get your abs to show at higher body fat percentages. So get lean first, see what's there. What you may find is they're not as defined as you thought they would be. That just simply means you need to train them more. You need to get them stronger. You need to grow those ab muscles and then they'll pop a little bit more as well. So get lean first, see what's there, and then keep training them. And then you might do another little mini cut and then you'll find they'll pop a lot more. Thanks for watching. And if you found that interesting, drop me a follow at Alan Quigley Coaching on Instagram, and in the description I've got the free guide on the common fat loss mistakes that people make, along with a bonus section on what to do after the diet so you don't regain the weight. It'll cover everything in there that you need to get lean. Thanks for watching.